Hey boys and girls, this is Gary Dean, premiumcustomdetailing.com in Tampa, Florida. Also check out detailjuice.com and like me on Facebook, like Infinite Use Detail Juice as well as Gary Dean's Premium Custom Detailing. You can also add me as a friend on my personal page as well. So today I'm at my shop as usual and I am about to start working on a 2006 BMW M5 in black sapphire metallic. He's had the wheels powder coated recently. He also took off the factory rear spoiler. It's got some discoloration. I'm going to try to get rid of via polish. One of the other things I'm getting ready to do, and you can see I've got the Gugon in my hand, I'm getting ready to start debadging this thing. I'm just going to take the M5 badge off and I'm going to give it a basic interior. So the plan is swirl removal. I'm going to do a true one-step polish. Basically that's going to be swirl removal and gloss enhancement. So that's the plan for this bad boy. These really are beautiful cars. I love them. If I had to pick one car that was my all-time favorite, just like overall, it would definitely be the M5. You got all the power that you need and then all the luxury you need as well. So anyway, it's a fantastic car, 2006 BMW M5. You can see in the sunlight what the swirls look like. They're not extremely bad, but they're definitely all over the place. So I'm going to try to get as much of that swirling off with a one-step polish as I can. You can see just the rear quarter panel, how yucky it is. But it is what it is. I'm gonna get this thing debadged and pulled into the shop and get this swirl mark roller coaster rolling. Hey, well, I'm at my shop and I just wanted to show you what a heavily contaminated car sounds like as you're removing the contaminants. So right here we have the nanoskin speedy prep towel, and what I've done is done a rinseless wash on the roof and the window. So I'm just going to lay that there. Do you hear that? That is the contaminants being pushed off the surface and smoothing out the paint. This paint now is as smooth as glass. But not this glass. Listen to that. Should not sound like that. None of that grinding should be there. So I'm gonna continue to take care of this thing. But this is the prep process. This was what happens before you polish. So I'm gonna get all the contaminants mowed down and off of this bad boy, and then I'll show you what the polishing is about. I've already debadged it, and the owner's got new badges, I guess, coming. So I'm gonna continue with the prep, and we'll go from there. All right, it's about time to start polishing on this thing. And I just want to make a point to show you. You notice the tape down the center and then the split on the side. Now, I get questions and comments all the time about, do you use this polish? Do you use that polish? Do you use this compound? Do you use this or that or whatever? The answer is yes. I pretty much use everything that's good on the market. So when it comes to polishes, when it comes to general detailing products, I use my own that I have formulated just for me, that I have for sale on detailjuice.com, because in my opinion they are better. So that goes without saying. But as far as polishes and compounds, I use pretty much everything on the market that is, well, worth having. And so what that means is, you know, a lot of the Meguiar stuff is fantastic. M100 that just was released is fantastic. M101, M105 I haven't used in years because I just don't love it. It cut well, but it would cake, and I just didn't love it. So now, fortunately, there are things that cut better and leave a better finish, like M101 and M100. So I prefer those. I use other things like HD Cut. I use a variety of different compounds. I mean, the bottom line is I wanted just to show, especially you consumers out there who are watching, you cannot use the same compound and polish, or just polish for that matter, on every single paint type. Every car, every manufacturer, every model is different. Most of them stay true to the manufacturer line, so like BMW. For the most part, BMW is on the harder side of things, but their jet black is super duper soft. If you were to look at it cross-eyed, it's going to scratch. This happens to be black sapphire metallic, which traditionally is very hard. So my point to all of this is I like to try out several different things to find out what works best for the paint that I'm working on. And when I find that, I go around the rest of the car with it. Now, if you happen to be working on factory paint and then you run into an area where the vehicle has been in an accident and the paint is aftermarket, a lot of times that paint will be harder and generally a little bit thicker than factory paint. The factory uses exactly however much they need to use to get the job done. They don't put a whole lot extra on there for you to work with. But the bottom line and the moral of this story is you have to test out several things before you commit to one thing, because you may not be getting the best result possible if you do not. And so I take all the heavy hitters and I try them first. And then I try the polishes right behind them. I try different combinations to get what I need per the agreement that I have with the vehicle owner as far as what type of correction the vehicle is going to get. So anyway, this particular process is just a swirl mark removal with gloss enhancement. So I'm going to try to find the best polish that will do everything I need in one step to remove the swirls and enhance the gloss. So I'm going to get on with that right now, and I'll let you know what I decide in just a few. So the owner of this car took off the factory spoiler, well, the little lip that was on the back, and you can see the etching where it used to be all the way down. I've polished just half of this trunk lid and you can already see the benefit. So you can see where the lip was on the bottom and on the top, all the way down. So what I'm going to do now is remove all this nastiness right here from the trunk lid, and then I'll polish it. I'm actually super excited right now because it's 9:20 at night and I'm finally getting finished with this M5, and it looks incredible. And like I was saying before, you have to find a combination, or in this case just a pad and polish combination that works best to remove the swirls and enhance the gloss to its pretty much its highest potential. And I found that in Menzerna Power Finish. However, that has a tendency to fill a lot. So what I did after I was done with each panel, I would do a test section and then wipe it with alcohol to make sure that I knew what it was actually doing. And then I wiped the whole thing down with alcohol after it was polished with Menzerna Power Finish and orange Buff and Shine pads on the PCXP. So this is what we have. I mean, this thing is just glowing. You can see where I debadged it. The areas I was talking about with those lines are completely gone. There was also some discoloring on this area as well. I'm not sure if I got that in the earlier portion of the video, but you did see all the swirl marks and the haziness that was all over the paint. That is my brand new tire gel that I will have on detailedjuice.com very soon. That's actually one coat that will dry to the touch. It won't sling off all over the paint. It'll stay right where it's at and look like that through rain. All kinds of good stuff. What else do we have? So, you can see how fantastic it looks. There's no question about that. What I'm going to do for you now is I'm going to show you what paint looks like with the Brinkmann Dual Xenon. So the swirl removal removes the swirl marks. This car definitely could have used a two-step correction process, which is my refinement package on my website. I spoke to the owner, and it turns out that all he was looking for is to remove the swirls, which is totally cool. I do my best to, you know, I always want to do what's best for the car. I mean, that's the detailer in me. But at the same time, you know, it's not always necessarily, you know, the high-end stuff is not always in the budget. Or, you know, also I want to do what's best for the car when you talk about, like, how the car is going to be maintained. And I also try to take into consideration how OCD or anal the owner is. And this happens to be the type of guy who is going to take care of the car. But maybe next time we'll do the two-step correction. So what I'm getting at is there are still some random isolated deeper scratches all over the car, but I got rid of all the swirl marks and enhanced the gloss tremendously. This thing is slick as snot. It looks good. It's going to be more aerodynamic driving down the road. I mean, and that's all you can ask for from a fantastically detailed BMW M5. So I'm happy with it. The gloss is fantastic. It looks like you can dive right into it. What I'm hoping for is to be able to get some sun shots tomorrow. He's picking it up in the morning. And like I said, I'm hoping to be able to get some sun shots. All right, I finally got a little bit of sun for this M5. You can see that the swirl marks are not there like they were. It still does have what we call RIDs, random isolated deeper scratches, but you can't see them. All you can see is the intense clarity of this metallic paint. It's fantastic. Look at that shine. Looking good. Show you the hood. Hood was really badly swirled, but now it looks awesome. You've got, like I said, the RIDs are there. It wasn't part of this deal, but the swirls are gone. The reflections are fantastic. See what I'm saying? You'll have a random isolated deeper scratch here and there, but you do not have those swirl marks. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.